Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Stock Market Morning Prep video for Monday, September 15th. Hope everybody enjoyed the weekend. Friday, we had, again, another slow trading day. Actually, the whole week was very quiet. Still could not believe how quiet it is coming off of the summer and, of course, the Labor Day weekend. Now we're into the second week here in September, so I am hoping for an increase in volatility here. We did break down off of this consolidation in the ES here. And you can see nicely that we're down below. I'm still cautious to start saying, okay, we can literally start shorting the market. Reason why is that we had really no volume, and there was no excitement and no fear breaking down here as we did on Friday. But it was very, very quiet, very subdued. It's yet to be seen. Over the weekend, I did a lot of analysis on a lot of the SPDR ETFs. The XLKs, the XLYs, the XLPs, and just to see what's going on. And I'm very cautious because the sectors, the key sectors that I'm looking at, they're getting more and more, the word I'm trying to use is they're starting to reflect a pullback in the marketplace. And I mean by the utilities are doing well, the healthcare sector, staples versus the discretionary sector. They're starting to move higher, and that's really a good sign if you want to really start looking and see where the money is flowing. If you take an XLY and an XLP and you correlate the two, put them together, you'll get an average, and you'll see that the money's flowing into the consumer staples versus the discretionary sector. So that's not a good sign when you have that, as well as healthcare doing well, utilities still doing well. And the market right now just kind of staying where they are. So that's something that's yet to be seen. We haven't gotten confirmation yet, but we're going to keep an eye on that this week. And it's only a matter of time when this market really starts to heat up again. And I suspect that it should be at any day. We do have the Federal Reserve meeting this week. It's going to be a big meeting, and I do think that should be highly influential to the markets. We also have the Alibaba IPO coming out on Friday, so that should put at least some sort of demand into Friday's price action. So I want to go through the sectors. I'm not going to go over the indicators, and they're all starting to roll over again, which is kind of bullish. As long as price stays up above the upper end of the range, you get one catalyst to the upside, and we can start breaking higher yet again. So that's why I'm a little cautious to start initiating any big shorts unless it's relative weakness to what the market's doing. So let's take an eye on keep an eye on certain indices, and let's definitely keep an eye on this ES, because obviously when we have the ES start to break down, a lot of the stocks will follow. So ES hourly chart, you can see we broke down from this huge consolidation that we had for at least a few weeks, and then of course this massive move up we've had literally directly straight up in a row. So we did break down from the 2011 high. That was the extension, was 2006 if you recall. I pointed it out. Now we're back down to 1974 from this range. So if you were short, it was very difficult because you were short. It broke down, it rallied back up again, broke down, rallied back up again. So it was not an easy short to do if you were looking to short the market. That's why I like to get that breakout, fail, make a lower high from here, and then sure enough, market did make that lower high, and then we just broke down on Friday, and we haven't recovered as of yet. So let's keep an eye on this. Once we get a couple of days of price action, I'll start putting some downside targets here if we are indeed moving lower. Here's the diamonds. Again, double top here. The volume's okay. Started picking up a little bit, but really this is, to me, is just really a bull flag into moving average support. So right now this is still very bullish. And we're still above the 20-day moving average. So that's why we have a mixed picture here in the indices. But the sectors are pointing differently. So we want to just keep an eye on what the diamonds are doing. Not a big trader of the Dow Jones, but it's definitely something to put into your analysis. Here's the IWM. Now the IWM also had a bull flag, but also making a lower high from this previous high here, broke out of the bull flag, and then sold back down again on Friday. So this is definitely the weakest of the five indices that we follow, and now it is just a little below the 20, but just caught that 34 and 50s below that. So if this starts to really break down, guys, I think that this would be the deciding factor here. The market's starting to move lower. But definitely want to be watching what IWM is doing, because it is definitely the weakest of the two. Now, the transports, which is one of our leaders, is deemed to be the leader, really is doing quite well, and it's absolutely amazing. I understand about the oil prices, what have you, but I mean, it is just incredible when you have a move like this, exploding higher. We rallied lower, excuse me, we sold off and then rallied virtually in a straight line. And now we're back above the 1272 extension here, which I think that's going to be your next target, is the 1272 extension, if we have something else moving. You can see all the moving averages have this bullish symmetry. 8, the 20, 34, and the 50, we're all up here. These will be your downside targets if we start to roll over here, and if the transports start to move lower as well. Okay, but it is doing very well. So this is the mixed picture that we have. The IWM is another one of our leaders doing terribly. We have transports, another one of our leaders, doing quite well, holding up nicely. And then you have the Qs, which are doing extremely well. And it is above the 20 as well. And you can see it just on a sideways consolidation. Now, is this going to break higher, or are we going to start to break down? So we have a mixed picture in our indices, yet the sector rotation is going into the safe havens, such as, of course, the dollar, the utilities, the healthcare, and consumer staples. So what do? Well, when in doubt, cash is a position, and that's what I'm stressing right now. Take a few trades and wait till the market really tells us which way it's headed here, and then I think that it'll become easy again. Right now, the markets are trying to digest which way it wants to go. Now, we are coming into some seasonal weakness, but when you're coming into a strong August, September usually isn't as weak as people like to think it is. All right, so just take a step back and let's see where we go this week. It should be an important week, and I'm really hoping volatility starts to come back into the marketplace. All right, everybody, have a great day, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care.